What's up, yo? We back. Today I'm gonna continue with this cautionary tales about my life through the streets of Baltimore and the prisons of surrounding counties. Yo, make sure y'all be liking and subscribing. Not for nothing, subscribe and all that or whatever. But somebody been hollering at me in the comments. Hey, I got you, bro. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put the story together so I can tell it to you like real good or whatever. I don't just want to just throw anything out there or whatever. So just stay tuned. I'm gonna drop it or whatever. But I seen something today, right? And this one right here, I ain't trying to preach or nothing. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, a word to the youth for real. Just if I can give a young dude some advice that they probably should listen to. I mean, who am I though? But I know how I was rocking back 21, 22. If I'm dealing with a chick and she stay home with mommy, daddy, whatever the case may be, and she say I can come through, I don't care about what her mother and her father say. She said I can come through. That's good enough for me. But what you gotta realize is that's not her house. She living up under somebody else's rule. And that's what I'm gonna talk about. This story today gonna be about, because I had seen something about a little dude getting smoked or whatever. And you know, my heart go out to their family or whatever they dealing with. Because when we young, we definitely make poor choices or whatever. And you know, you might be caught up in love, lust, whatever the case may be, but you gotta be smarter. You gotta be a little smarter sometimes. This story go back. I was over to jail, and I had a cell buddy, and my cell buddy was pretty much a stepfather. This same situation, but I leave his name out of it, whatever. But he had just come home. He had just did 10. He had gave him 10, and when I had met him, when I had cut into him, he was 40, like 40, 41 or whatever. And he was telling me, you know, how he had came home. He was doing good. He had a job. He was delivering. He was a delivery driver, or whatever. He was making good money. He was on the streets for a while. He said, "Man, I never been on the streets that long. I never had a job that good." And pretty much the situation he was in, he pretty much he was happy. He was happy in his life, but he had a old lady, and this old lady had a daughter, and the daughter was rebellious. You know, she did what she wanted to do, and him being a stepfather, of course, if she ain't listening to the mother, what make you think she gonna listen to the stepfather? And then when the young dude factors in, what you gotta realize is, if the stepdaughter, if your daughter not respecting you, me as a dude off the streets that don't know you from a can of paint, a hole in the wall, and being 21, 22 years old, you already don't got no respect anyway. And you just gonna say it your way anyway. And that's pretty much how the situation was going. And I can just remember him telling me, like, man, we had this whole conversation time and time again, him, the mother, and the daughter, about her bringing dudes in there, because it wasn't like she was just messing with one dude. She was messing with dudes. She was messing with whoever she wanted to mess with that night. But it was this one dude that was a freak one. And my man said he had pulled Shorty up, even rapped to him on a one-on-one. Like, you know, basically asking him for that respect. But see, some people look at humbleness and a person with respect as weak. they look at you like you weak, cause you ain't on what they on for real. But they ain't lived the life you lived yet. They ain't even begin to live yet. So he was trying to really give Shorty the benefit of the doubt, letting him know, like, yeah, I know, you know what I mean? You can deal with her. I ain't saying you can't deal with her, but keep it respectful. Take her to the hotel. Take her somewhere else. Do whatever y'all gonna do. Just don't do it in here. Period. I don't care what you do and how you do it. But like I said once again, you young, you ain't, only thing you know is you call her, she said it's going down, and you there. So my man say he get off one night, he get off one evening or whatever. Everything was a regular day. He like, you know, he get home or whatever. When they finally go ahead and lay back, he say his old lady had cooked and everything. They was upstairs watching a movie. You know, they fall asleep or whatever. He like later on that night, that morning, he could hear something downstairs. And you know what the something, you know what I'm talking about. So, excuse me, they'll say he wake up and he say he's just sitting there listening. And they in the living room on the couch or whatever. But he say, yeah, you would have thought they was at the hotel. Like, just, that's the level of disrespect that the daughter had. And main man might not even been really trying to be disrespectful, but you being disrespectful by not just obliging by the rules that I just laid out for you. Like I said, you can do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, just not here. So my man say he grabbed his hooping shorts. He throw the hooping shorts on in his tennis, and he say he grabbed a joint. He grabbed a 40. He say when he grabbed the joint or whatever, he say he walked downstairs, and as he get to coming downstairs, he say like the steps, it was like the banister or whatever. He said it was like jive over the couch area, so he could like see them before they saw him. But when he came around to the end of the step, he would be on a outside of the couch or whatever. So he make his way downstairs or whatever. Once he get downstairs where they at, he like, hey, yo, y'all gonna have to roll. So he say, my man jump up, and just like a young dude, he say my man ain't even have his clothes all the way off. He said he had his joints pulled down around his ankle type tip for real. So yo say yo get to fumbling for his clothes or whatever, trying to pull his clothes up, trying to get right. And as he doing that, he like getting aggressive though. Like basically telling him like, yo, what you doing? You need to go back upstairs. And I mean, you know, a man just like, I'm not having that in my house. No way you cut it, no way you slice it. Like, even if you look at it like you her stepfather or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, this is where I lay my head at. So that's strike 1, 2, and 3. And they'll say they get to going back and forth and things get heated, and he smoked. He killed her right there in the living room, in front of the little stepdaughter and all that, the mother and all that. Now, that shit wasn't even worth it. And I can just remember my man being so stressed out because, like I said, he had just did 10. And he ain't had no money for no lawyer. He was rocking with the public defender. And one thing about that jail, you can feel the stress in the walls over there. Like, I tell you, like, it's just one of them places where it's nothing but pain and misery in here. And it love company. And if you sit around it too long, it'll suck you up. And I had to sit in this cell that you do like this. If you ever been over to jail, you know. You do like this, and that's wall to wall. So you in there with another man, locked down, 23-1. Most days 24-1. And he would be going over his case, talking about his case to me or whatever. And it's like, you know how I already know it's all bad for him. And he talking about he want to fire this public defender because this, and get another public defender on his case and all that. Listen, the only thing a public defender gonna get you is a long trip connected to a sentence. And he was talking back and forth to. He was still in contact with the with his old lady or whatever. But she started, waving. She started waving. And he was trying to get her to come to court on some self-defense tip. And he was trying to talk to the daughter. And I just remember one day he had talked to one of his public defenders or whatever. And basically the daughter had gave a statement that basically sunk his whole ship. Because the daughter ain't say it was nothing like that. The daughter said it was an argument or whatever. And one thing about being out of sight, you out of mind. One thing about that mother riding with that daughter. And now the daughter is acting like she's so devastated and heartbroken, like this was her first love, when I ain't gonna say that she ain't had no feelings for the dude or what. I can't say that. I can't be the judge of that. But at the end of the day, you put that man in that situation to even be locked back up. And see, that be the messed up thing when we put ourselves in these situations with these females, with these women, and they already got a situation, baggage and all that, and we call ourselves being, the hero, the man, the provide whatever. But if they ain't giving you that respect in the same token while you there and not around, then it's all fault. Cause I tell you this, my man, he caught like 30. He caught like 30. I think they said 35. I'm gonna say he caught at least 30. He caught 30 plus years after just giving the state 10. So like I said, he was about 40, 41. That's more years. He about to really give the penitentiary, the prison, more years of his life than he even actually lived on the streets as a free man. All over bad choices and bad decisions, because whoever to blame for it, the dude, the daughter, or the mother. Because that type of stuff ain't just start when he came around. But the mother was acting like she wasn't with it, wasn't for it. Now, I'm pretty sure he wasn't for a bunch of different dudes, like, coming back and forth or whatever. And the mother may have just went along with it like she really wasn't for it. But when the shit hit the fan, he was holding the bag. And it was a heavy bag. But Shorty lost his life too. All over some what? Some pussy? it wasn't worth it from the get-go, from the beginning. But like I said, that's my little spill on that part. Y'all really rocking with it. Stay tuned. I got more stories, more things to come down the road in the pipeline or whatever. Hey, remember, even if you lose sight, never lose the vision. You cut different. I'll catch you on the next one.